Do you need an email newsletter to grow your business? Well, we're going to talk about that in today's video, and I will show you how to create your own using Flodesk, my favorite email marketing platform for entrepreneurs. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Sasha. I am a business and identity coach for visionary women, and I help guide women through deep transformation, change, reinvention, rebirth, and expansion in their business. So if you are stepping into something bigger, bolder, then I am here for you. But a big part of that is also systems and passive income and doing things like email marketing to grow your community. And so that's why in today's video, we are talking about email newsletters, because in case you haven't guessed, email newsletters are one of the easier ways to nurture and continuously grow your community in your business. One, you like to have like one way to kind of focus on bringing all of your audiences from a bunch of different places together in one place. So for example, if you're on Instagram, but you're also on TikTok and YouTube, and you feel like you have all these separate audiences, sending them all to one email list newsletter is a beautiful way to keep everyone in one spot so that you can communicate things to them, but also continue to nurture them. If, let's say, for example, the algorithms are acting crazy on Instagram, you still have those same people coming over to one place on your email. Now, specifically when it comes to newsletters, newsletters are powerful because there's something that people come to expect, and it's a really great way for you to kind of begin to automate and simplify and systemize how you nurture and grow your community. Because when people think of newsletters, it's usually kind of the same format or template every single month or week. How much frequently you send your newsletter doesn't necessarily matter as much as if you're consistent with that frequency and the value is that you're putting out. I have newsletters I subscribe to that are once a month that I absolutely love. There's newsletters I subscribe to that are once a week that I absolutely love. It really kind of depends on the format of what you want to deliver. So is it something that needs to be delivered weekly? Like if you're delivering like news or something and you're like, okay, I want to hit on this every single week, or if it's just kind of like a check-in every single month. Like it really depends on the vibe of what you're trying to deliver. One format of a newsletter that I really love for beginners if you're just getting started is just using it to kind of pull all of your content, your best performing content for the month in one place. So for example, let's say you do YouTube videos and you have a blog. It might be once a month where you share your best 1 or 2 performing YouTube videos and then your best performing blog in case they missed it. Another really powerful format for a newsletter is to make the content super specific and exclusive to that newsletter. So the first example I just gave you is where you take content you've already created on different platforms and pull them into the newsletter and link them there. But another format is like maybe they can only get that content in your newsletter. And let's say, for example, it's a weekly astrology forecast. And so it's actually written out almost like a blog, but you put it in the email newsletter itself so that people literally need to be subscribed and read that newsletter to get the content. That's a really great way to build exclusivity in your newsletter and make sure that you're like getting the opens and the clicks and things because people can only get it right there. So those are my 2 favorite formats for email newsletters if you're just getting started. Now I want to show you how easy it is to create and build in Flodesk itself specifically. So let me show you exactly what that looks like inside my own account. I'll even show you my own like little newsletter design I have going on so you can see it like really in action. But let's just start from scratch. Like there's so much more, like go watch my other tutorial videos to see the rest of Flodesk, but we're just going to focus on the newsletter today. So you're literally just going to hit new email here. And then they ask you on the left, like, what's your goal with this email? So because we're doing a newsletter, we're going to hit share news. And these are the templates that they already have for you to start to choose from for your newsletter. And I wouldn't get too hung up on like colors or fonts because you can change all of that. And kind of almost create your own template. But so I would just kind of more focus on like the structure and just like what calls to you in terms of like your like vision and like your brand kind of like vibe and style. So like for example, also like in terms of like what structure of newsletter that we talked about earlier of like, are you just going to put your text right into the email and that is the value, or are you going to link over to like different blogs? So an example, if you hit view details on this one, if you scroll over on here, it shows you the full template. So this is an example. It's really simple. It just has, the opening aesthetic photo, welcome, and then it has like you just put all of your text here and that would be your newsletter. And then it has, like the Instagram kind of like what's new there. So that's a very simple one. Which is lovely. But also if you're like, no, I want one that like links to more stuff. Like you can see like this one already is like linking to other stuff. I like this one a lot if you hit view details. Again, it has like the welcome kind of like picture and things, but then it has like specific spots for you to link out. So this example is for a blog. So the button would take you to read now on the blog. This is an example where it's kind of like the updates of like, okay, what's going on right now. So it's like now booking fall sessions. This is obviously for a photographer. And so you could like link out to that. There's a weekly Q&A section that they like to do every time. So, and then it ends. So this would be, if you're like, okay, yes, I want to have like a couple sections. This one is pretty, aesthetically pleasing, basic, simple, but has exactly what you need. So I'm not going to go through all of the templates. You can kind of go through that when you create your free trial using my link and my affiliate code, BizCoachSasha. But where I just want to show you basically kind of like how easy it is to edit and make these your own. So as soon as you come in, it gives you the template, but blank. So it did pull in my logo right away. So if you like that at the top, you can do that. I'm kind of a fan, and I want to show you how easy it is to drag and drop. You can just drag it and then take it where you want it to go. So I'm gonna actually put it at the bottom because I personally kind of feel like sometimes when you have a logo right away, people are like, oh, this is a marketing email, and they just kind of like, tune out. So I like to put it actually at the bottom. Because of that, now I have an extra space, so I'm just going to delete that. Again, I'm just showing you how easy this is. If you want, basically the way Flodesk works is it has the elements here on the left, and then when you click it, it gives you options on the right. So for example, if I wanted to have like more a paragraph there or have a button right away, you can add that stuff in. I like though how it's kind of simple and just it's more of just a welcome, but you can just go in here and you can change, let's say, this is like the name of your newsletter every week. You could like add that there, or you could just say like welcome to the love letter, or you could have like the title or like say something that is specific in here, whatever you want to do here, honestly. And then again, this could be your like newsletter kind of image that always stays the same, or you could change it depending on the vibe, like whatever you're talking about. Again, you can edit like all the shapes and do all kinds of stuff over here. But again, their template's already beautiful. So if you're like, I don't want to overthink it, you can just change out what they already have. Again, you can change out fonts. So let's say, and you can also add your brand fonts into here. So let's say that was more your vibe, you could change it to that. And what's really great about this is it's upfront work for the first newsletter, like while you're creating your brand template. But once you have like, let's say you're like way more of like a vibrant brand, like let's say your colors are like orange and what's another one here? Let's just say yellow. I don't know. Um, then you can change it. But now once you're done with your newsletter, you can just duplicate that every single month and just change out like the different blog picture and article. You could like leave this the same if you wanted to. Your colors, your fonts would already be in there. So you don't have to do this every single month. You just need to do it one time to create your brand template, and then you can just duplicate, which I love. So anyways, that's how easy it is. Again, you can like change out the text. You would add your link to your blog here over on the side. Now, let's say there's something that you're like, okay, I like this, but I also want to have, let's just say at the bottom, I want to always like highlight a different customer testimonial or a recent review. Okay. So what you would just hit this button here that's basically adding a section, and here are all of your options. So let's say you want to do add a section that's a review. So again, you just added a new like layout section, and then you're going to choose, okay, what is the layout that I want? And so you'll have to like get used to like what's all available and that kind of stuff. But like the review one, for example, is right here. And so let's say I'm going to like feature that every single month. Now I'm gonna have that section in there. Like it's that easy to add things. And you could add things, let's say there's some urgency you're trying to drive for a sale that ends soon. You can add a countdown timer. You can add, straight to your YouTube video. So like I talked about before, like if you're not going to write and you want to like just link to different content, you can just do that here. You would just paste the video URL and it already has a play button, which is going to really increase your engagement and get more clicks in your emails. So yeah, you can add all of those things. And again, once it's in there, you can just duplicate the full template. Um, but that's how easy it is, guys. And like, again, maybe these colors aren't your vibe, but like it's beautiful. It's already done for you. And then you can go ahead and just hit next. So when you're all done, you can change the from name. So like say you wanted to put the newsletter name so that it's something that people come to recognize and they want, they look forward to, then maybe you put like that. And then you're going to choose your subject line. So your subject line is so important because all the work you did on the inside of your newsletter does not matter if they don't open it, okay? So my biggest thing with the subject line, especially if you already have the newsletter name in your from name, then they kind of already looking forward and like, oh, I love when she does her newsletters. But here you could put something like you want it to be like curiosity driven. So like sneak peek of fall styles. I don't know, I'm just totally making this up. And then maybe I'm gonna do like the cute little eye emoji. So that's kind of like driving this curiosity of like, ooh, I want to know like what those are. And then your preview text is like basically what shows up right below your subject line. So you could say something like, you don't want to miss this one or something. Um, but yeah, you're really just putting something here that's like specific to the newsletter, that you want to kind of like get them like interested of like, oh, I really want to see that. Or you could even do like new podcast drop, um, my messy breakup. I don't know. Something that's like they're like, oh my gosh, I have to hear about that. Um, so anyways, you're going to hit continue and then you'll just add your segments. Um, you can say like, I want to send this to all my subscribers, or you could exclude people. Like say you're like, oh, I don't want to send it to, these certain type of people that probably wouldn't be interested in it. You can like exclude segments, but most of the time you're going to send your newsletter to all of your subscribers. And so it's really simple. But yeah, it's really as simple as that. Then you're going to hit send and it's out there in the world. And then I did want to hit on like afterwards, you'll be able to see like exactly how it did. So if you go into like your uh if you just click these three dots basically after you send it, so here's like the send, it obviously didn't really go out. It'll show you exactly like how many people opened it, what was the click-through rate. You can even click in and it'll show you you know, where they were clicking, like which links they were clicking. So it's a really great, easy, simple way to start to say like, okay, my YouTube videos are getting the most clicks, or like, actually my blogs are getting the most clicks. Like maybe I should like move the blog up a little bit. Like you just can kind of like start to see what you want to change and tweak. Um, and then I think I did promise to show an actual example of my email. So let's just do view in browser. So this is for my in-person space and community I have here in Denver. So I liked to do like a little like newsletter kind of like graphic that will be the same every single time so they know exactly what they're looking at. It also is like vibey and fun and like gets the brand kind of vision across. I have like a little intro here, and then a big thing for me is like events. Like what do we have upcoming in Denver? So mine has sections that just shows the different events that we have going on. They can RSVP. And then I also do a change maker to watch. So I like to highlight a different member of our community every single month. This is Casey. And then I also do like the savings, like if there's any deals on booking events or like the podcast studio or things like that. So again, it's very simple. Mine is more like update based than like value and like teaching. That would be more my like business coaching side of the business. So again, it's whatever it needs to be for your strategy and your business. But like that is how simple it is to make, like you can see how different this newsletter look and feel is to what I just showed you. You can really make it your own and do whatever you want with it. And Flodesk makes it so easy. So yeah, make sure you use my affiliate code BizCoachSasha. The link is down in the description where you can get a free trial. And you can play around with this stuff yourself. If you are loving what you saw today, make sure you use my affiliate link and discount code BizCoachSasha below. It'll save you 25% off your first year of Flodesk, and you can even do the free trial so that you can get in there, try it out yourself before you commit to anything at all. If you have any questions, please, as always, drop it in the comments. I can even make you your own video. And if there's anything else I can do to serve you on your business journey, just let me know. Make sure you subscribe, because if I didn't cover something today, it's probably in another one of my videos or it's coming. So make sure you go check out all the different videos and tutorials on my page, and I can't wait to help you continue to expand and grow on your business journey. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.